Hello again, everyone. This is American Idioms Part 131. This is Part 131 in my American Idioms series, and like the others, I'll present 5 idioms to you, numbered 651 to 655. But first, I'll give you a chance to guess their meanings. Then I'll give you the answers along with an additional example for each new idiom. I also recommend that you pause the video at each question to give yourself some extra time to think of the answers. So, are you ready? Okay, here we go. Number 651. Pull one's punches. And the example is I decided to pull my punches during our departmental meeting because I didn't want to offend any of my team members. Can you guess the meaning? And the answer here is B, to hold back or restrain the force of one's actions or criticisms. Like in our example, this person's holding back. They're not they're not criticizing their team members the way maybe they could. Okay? So they are pulling their punches, as we say, right? They're not really going right at somebody, meaning they're not really criticizing them. They're holding back. That's what it means if you're pulling your punches. So, in a way, you're not punching them. Okay? This is used a lot. Like our next example. The theater critic didn't pull any punches in his review, calling the new Broadway play a complete disaster. Okay, this critic did not hold back, did not restrain themselves from really criticizing, okay, this play. They said it was a complete disaster. All right? So they did not pull their punches. They went right at them. Now for number 652, come around to something. And the example is my boss was hesitant about giving me a raise when I first asked him. But after he thought about it, he came around to my suggestion. Can you guess the meaning? And the answer here is C, to come to accept one's point of view with something. Okay, like in our example, the boss here did not want to give this person a raise. Okay, so he thought about it for a while. His boss did. His boss thought about it for a while, and then he came around to it. So then he came to accept it. Okay, usually this happens after some time. Okay, the person comes around to something, as we say, accepts something. Like our next example. My son was afraid of flying when he was young, but after he used it to travel a few times and saw how much time he saved, he quickly came around to the idea. All right, we have some time here, right? Where this person's son was first afraid of flying, but after he tried it and did it a few times and saw how much time he saved, he came around to it. He came to accept it. Got it? All right, and now for number 653, coming out of one's ears. And the example is after she won the lottery, she had money coming out of her ears. Can you guess the meaning? And the answer here is A, to have an excessive quantity of something. Like our example, the woman won the lottery. So if you win the lottery, you usually win a lot of money. So she had money coming out of her ears, as we say. She had an excessive amount of something, which was the money that she won in the lottery. Okay? We use this a lot. Like our next example. During the Christmas holiday, the bakery had orders for Christmas cookies coming out of its ears. Christmas time, there's Christmas cookies everywhere. You can buy them in the store, people make them. But in this case, the bakery, they probably made Christmas cookies. So many people wanted them, so they had many orders. They had an excessive amount of orders for these Christmas cookies, right? So they had them coming out of their ears. Got it. Now for number 654, honk out. And the example is, I worked a double shift yesterday, and when I finally got home, I conked out without eating dinner. Can you guess the meaning? And the answer here is C, to fall asleep quickly due to exhaustion. So if you're exhausted, if you're very, very tired, then we say that you can conk out. Like in our example, this person worked a double shift and then they didn't even eat dinner before they went to sleep. They just got home, conked out. They fell asleep very quickly because they were tired. Like our next example. I usually conk out in bed after I read a few chapters in one of my favorite novels. This person, maybe they need to read before they go to sleep. And when they read a few chapters, they conk out. They go to sleep quickly. Okay? This is how this is used. And now for our final idiom, number 655, out to lunch. And the example is, our manager is so out to lunch that we missed our deadline for a second week in a row. Can you guess the meaning? And the answer here is B, to be confused or unaware of what is happening around you. This is what it means if you're out to lunch. Like in our example, the person is saying, what, is our manager aware of what's going on? Is he aware that we're missing our deadline? Right? Now, literally, you're out to lunch means that you go out physically and eat lunch somewhere. Okay? But it could also mean that you don't know what's going on. Here's another example. My daughter is out to lunch if she thinks I'm going to buy her a brand new car for her birthday. Can't even afford to buy one for myself. Okay, obviously, this person's daughter is out to lunch. She doesn't understand what's going on with her dad's or her mom's financial situation where they can't afford to buy her a car. This is why the parent here says their daughter is out to lunch. Got it? That's all for this video. Thank you again for subscribing, and please like and share the video to support the channel. And remember what I always say, keep practicing. See you next time.